Hey guys, Jason from Muscle Garage Tough Mounts. Just doing a quick little video just to sort of bring you up to speed with the build on Fox 8 up to date. As you can see, quick brief look over, she's made a hell of a few changes already. We are a couple of days away from heading off to Summer Nats, so we've pretty well quickly thrown it together to look good and give people an idea as to what it's going to look like once she's on the road and running some numbers. So as you can see, we've got world wheels fitted up to it. We've got the 9-inch in place with all adjustable lower arms, coilovers, 35 spline strange axles and the likes. Up front now we have an LMR chromoly tubular K-member up there with aerospace brakes on it. We've got still waiting on some coilovers to arrive from America, which will be here in the new year, which will then set up the front at least so we can have that finished. We have the Barra turbo engine all slotted in place. It's bolted in, it's finished. The engine mounts, all the pre-prototyping and the engine mounts are done. Transmission cross member for BTR is finished. In the new year we'll have the Turbo 400, Turbo 350 Power Glide cross members done as well, and then we can start supplying kits to anyone that wants them. There will be a modification to the sump that's required. Now whether or not we do that ourselves or you guys do that in place, we'll sort that out as we get to that point in the new year. We've been pretty lucky. The car has come up an absolute treat. We're stoked with how it sits and how it looks, and you can see how small this thing is. It's tiny. I mean, look, I'm only just over 6 foot, and yeah, it's crazy. It's got to be a hell of a fun car as it gets there. So in the meantime, I was going to open the bonnet and show you around what we've done and give you a few ideas, and yeah, we'll speak to you all soon. If you're at Summer Nats, come and say good day to us. We're on Tough Street. If not, we'll look forward to seeing you all in the new year and following the progress of Fox 8. Cheers. Alrighty, so this will give you an idea as to what's going on in the engine bay. We've got obviously the Barra 4-litre engine sitting in there now. Plasma Man have come along and helped us out with this beautiful billet intake manifold. Now this is their retro one, so this is designed to suit cars with a smaller engine bay, strut towers like these Mustangs or early Falcons and that sort of stuff. So this is beautiful, billet runners, billet fuel rail. It's just an absolute work of art. We've also used the Plasma Man billet throttle body up front as well. We spoke to the guys over at Maxim Motorsports, and they sent us over a manual brake setup. This one we do not have room for a booster, so we have to run a manual setup. You may be able to run a Hydra Boost brake setup if you're in America. We're not sure on that yet, but we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Now this car will be powered and the ECU controlled all through Haltech. They've helped us out with a new Elite 2500. So we look forward to getting that wired up soon so we can do all of our bits and pieces and data logging and all that sort of gear as well, which will be yeah, sensational. It won't be mounted there in the end, however, it's just there to show people the quality of the stuff that we're using. As you can see, there is a bucket load of room down here for fun. We've got currently just still running the standard factory turbo side, so we've got standard factory turbo manifold and all that. But there is also a ton of room down here to get a 4-inch dump or whatever is required. Is bucket load. So we're going to run a larger turbo and probably a 6-boost manifold, but we'll see how we go and see where we end up with that one. Otherwise in there it's all pretty standard. We haven't modified anything. As you can see, front sway bar is still down there in its original location. Same with the steering rack. So nothing's modified in those areas, which is really good. Coming out, obviously we've got some nice 15.4 front runners, aerospace components, billet calipers and nice rotors to match. Coming to the back, again we've got some 15.8 with 255 Mickey Thompson radials on it. Aerospace component billet calipers again, rotors to match, Strange 35 spline, gun drilled axles, 9-inch coilovers, all that sort of gear. Nice stance, got to be happy with that. Just a few of the guys that have helped us out along the way: Outlaws, Howtech, obviously Tough Mounts, Plasma Man for the intake, and there's more to come. So as we go along, there'll be a lot more people to thank and talk about with the stuff that they've helped us out with. Inside wise, we haven't done a lot yet. We have just mounted quickly a Kirky race seat. Not a great amount, everything else is pretty well standard. We have also made a adjustable height platform shifter mount, just so it makes it a lot easier to hit the gears and all that stuff when it comes time to racing. So on that note, guys, that'll give you a brief rundown. I look forward to talking in the new year with a new lot of mods. Cheers.